Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Rocket Rabbit Commentaries Run Through Legacy of the Duelist. And in this episode, we're continuing on with our rematch of Yuya versus Aster, as we could use Slow Burn in order to absolutely clown on Aster. Now, the reason we're able to do this is because, believe it or not, aside from Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, the Neo Destiny heroes are actually not all that powerful. Dystopia's Burn is really interesting, and Drill's Piercing is really good. But these are still monsters that don't actually have all that much inherent protection. They're still very, very dependent on, well, getting their bosses out. And if you counter their bosses, say by, I don't know, getting rid of them with removal spells, they just end up folding. Dying a tag in order to give a Dystopia 1,000 attack. Skeleton to give it another 1,000 attack.
Jesus. Doesn't this look like FTK? Once per turn, you can target one. So he targeted it.
He targeted our enemy controller, so now we can switch him into defense mode.
That also will stop him from really railing the crap out of us with attack power right now.
And then we go into Zone of the Spirit.
Oh, alright. See, what's convenient was that he used Dystopia's quick effect to target a card we control that was not a continuous card.
That is correct. Now we can use Fusion to blow him up, and then we can run over his face with a combination of Zone of the Spirit and Zombino. He no longer has cards in his hand. He has one card left on the field, and we have the ability to shut down any attacks that he wants, that he launches at us.
Dude dumps his entire hand in one turn, gets a 4,800 attack monster gets switched to defense mode, and then on the next turn we fissure it.
Fucking love fissure, dude. Oh, it's Dunker. Bye, Dunker.
Slam dunk.
Alright, put down a Dust Tornado in order to blow up his back row.
Little Zambino, a wee bitty bambino.
Come on, set Dark Hole, set Dark Hole.
It was Berserk Scales. And he didn't play anything, he's dead.
No, I wanted you to I wanted to watch you set Dark Hole on the field with the effect of Dust Tornado.
No.
You could have.
I could have, but no. Because we have access to Gagaga Cowboy. Fucking love Gagaga Cowboy, Mr. Cloud. If there was ever any rank 4 Ixies that I would recommend you always have a playset of flowing around, it would be Silent Honor Arc and Gagaga Cowboy.
Detach for the win.
Cowboy first, because Cowboy is just so much better.
I am going to seat you in the ruins we've become surrounded in.
And so, because Yuya managed to beat Aster, Aster becomes a Lancer. Ha
Go back to Duel Academy. Where in this godforsaken universe?
Duel Academy is in the Fusion Dimension. Now we've made it to the Fusion Dimension.
Jesus Christ, I feel like I'm reading a V.E. Schwab novel.
Okay, we're not quite there. Now we are in the Fusion Dimension.
This whole arc in bringing in characters feels very fan servicey.
Yes, a majority of the plot of Arc V is extremely fan servicey. Mostly because of its name.
Why? Right. So, case in point, Alexis Rhodes. Gee, I wonder why they saw fit to bring Alexis Rhodes back from the dark of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX after that series had long since ended. So it makes
sense that, a prominent character from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX would be here. Multiple prominent characters,
but that's
because, we get Alexis and Aster.
But that's the direction the story went. That doesn't mean that there was no reason behind, because they could have taken a different direction. They could have went to a different dimension and seen different characters. No, we went to this dimension. We're seeing these characters because behind the scenes they're paying attention to what the fans are watching and what they want to see more of. Of course they want to see more Alexis Rhodes. Alexis Rhodes is freaking hot, dude.
And I think her bust is slightly bigger in Arc V.
You see? They did a survey, and survey recipients across 100, for example, all reported patterns saying more of this, less of that.
Alright, so we're moving into Kite versus Dennis. This meaning that we actually get to show off how powerful the Cipher Archetype actually is against Dennis's Perform Age stuff.
Hey, Mr. Wilson.
Except he's not running the Perform Ages at the moment. He's running more Ancient Gears. Bleh.
I used to strongly associate you characters with the cards you run, but now it's all mixed up and jumbled. You're all running each other's cards.
As Annotation Gerd mentions here, having never actually run the Cipher Archetype, I have no fucking idea how any of these work. I have to read through a bunch of these. I know that I need to get to level 8, and I think I need 3 level 8s in order to get in the Cipher Dragon, and then from there going to Cipher Blade. But doing so is a bit more convoluted than I want it to be. So I don't know. No, I only need 2 level 8s to get into Cipher, and then I can go into Cipher Blade. So we summon Cyber Twin Raptor. Use Cyber Twin Raptor's effect in order to special summon Cipher Wing. Right.
Discard this and get that.
Yeah, we go Cipher Wing.
Cipher Twin Wing.
Then we can special summon, Cipher Wing. Tribute Cipher Wing in order to have all of our monsters become level 8.
Oh shit.
And then successfully special summon Cipher Dragon.
Cipher the Psi-Dragon. Psi.
Now,
Nice.
Galaxy Cipher Dragon himself is actually pretty powerful. It's not the thing that we're going to win the game with, but it is pretty powerful.
Let's see. It doesn't have level stars, but it has the rank, attribute, name formula, and type, attack and defense as Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yes. Mind you, that's because Kite's original monster was Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, which was, effectively just a Blue Eyes monster specifically designed to take down the numbers.
Card's attack becomes 4700. Nice.
What we're going to do is we're going to attack with our Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon. Then we're going to... this only works during the main phase. Dang it.
Let's go to a main phase.
Yes. We're going to...
We're instead
going to set it for now, and we're going to use it on Dennis's turn.
Oh, because you can use it during his main phase.
Yes.
As long as it happens during a main phase.
All right. Yeah, he is running his Perform Age stuff. It's just also paired with the Ancient Gear stuff, so it's a bit more it's a bit more, it's a bit less consistent in what it wants to do.
I miss Trapmaster.
So how Trapmaster wasn't good even when he was almost playable.
Because
he
there was a
got
time
replaced by Crimson Ninja.
you wanted to punish your opponent for trying to run through your defense position monsters. You anticipated that you used to have to anticipate that your opponents had to attack through your defense position monsters in the first place. And that's why you had trap effects available like Shadow of Eyes or
Shadow of Eyes wasn't a battle trap. It forced your opponent to, flip summon their monster.
Well, it's not. Except it's not really a flip summon. It flips them face up, and then their effects are negated.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. So who had the upper hand on the Trap Master?
Alright, so I'm trying to figure out what Neo Galaxy Cipher Dragon actually tries to do here, and although I can, steal all of his monsters, if I attempt to do this, then my monsters can't actually, attack, so...
Oh shit, you're just taking control of his entire field. What the fuck? What? They all get extra attack points?
Yeah, their base attack becomes 4,500.
Jesus flippin' Christ, that's a lot. But they can't attack?
Yeah, they can't attack.
Oh. Okay, well, 6,000 to the face in one swing is pretty tough. Indeed, quite tough.
And then... Alright,
then we end our turn.
Can't attack, so...
Right. They can't attack directly.
Alright, Graceful Charity into discarding Damage Juggler for Trick Clown.
Crusty jugglers.
That's okay, you can kill my Shining Angel. Shining Angel effect, go into another Shining Angel.
Oh, I wanted to go into Clear Kuriboh.
I already have Clear Kuriboh in my hand, and it's a hand trap, so... Ooh,
One
honest!
of the earliest.
Alright, so let's activate Cipher Entangler. Attaching it as material to a Neo Galaxy Cipher Dragon. And just run over Ancient Gear Knight for game. That is kind of what the Cipher deck wants to do. It actually wants to sit on Cipher Blade, but we didn't have access to Cipher Blade in our extra deck here, so... And Yuya is attempting to recruit Dennis over to become a Lancer. And, he's not going to join us, but, but he is actually willing to portray some information, so...
So, according to Google, Etranger is another word for stranger.
Also, Dennis has sacrificed himself and formed into a collectible card. Yeah, you remember that particular thing from a classic DM where Yugi's grandpa's soul got sucked into a card? Yeah, we're doing that again.
Well, except now people are doing this on a voluntary basis.
Kind of.
They elect to become cards.
Kind of. Dennis didn't actually have a choice in the matter. It was either become permanently locked in the Shadow Realm, or get his soul trapped into a card because of an effect of Leo Akiba's plotting that is happening that we will have to unravel as the series goes on. We are nearing the end of Arc V, to be perfectly honest. We only have a couple of major plot events left.
Test Tiger.
Rescue Rabbit, it is busted, makes Ophion and has no problems.
Putrid Pudding.
Let's see, Ancient Gear Castle I really like.
Aqua Actress.
Yeah, the Aqua Actress archetype is an archetype that I don't actually know how to play, but it has pretty interesting combo lines.
And the next episode of Rescue Rabbit Commentaries.
Dr. Frankenderp. Well, probably not, actually. Be safe, everyone.